everybody. Hope you're having a great time wherever you are. Now, today, right, I want to talk about some very interesting news. I don't have a lot of news, but all of it seems to point towards that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are gaining legitimacy day by day. And now the news is more evolving around very major players, right? The mover and shakers in Asia. Yeah. Asia being the up and coming continent, right, which is going to be the next driving growth, next force for driving growth in the global economy. That's why it is important to pay attention to them, right? A lot of people are still focused on US, Europe, which is really the old economy, right? Asia is really the next frontier of growth. And now a lot of the major companies in Asia are making moves, are making inroads, positioning themselves into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space to make money from this space. So what do you think is the upcoming trend, right? Let's dive into it. Now first, Gojek buys majority stake in coins.ph for $72 million. Let me just quickly read through it and then I'll tell you who is Gojek, who is coins.ph, right? And why is this news significant? Gojek's ambitions to launch its ride-hailing services in the Philippines have hit a snag, but that hasn't stopped it from pursuing its wider ambitions in the archipelago. The Indonesian ride-hailing company said today is making a substantial acquisition of shares in Manila-based fintech startup coins.ph. A source familiar with the transaction told Tech in Asia that Gojek acquired a majority stake in a Filipino firm. TechCrunch reports that the deal is worth $72 million. Today's announcement marks the start of our long-term commitment to the Philippines. The investment is part of a broader strategic partnership between GoPay, Gojek's payment unit, and Coins to drive more adoption of cashless payment solutions in the Philippines. Coins mobile wallet allows users to send, receive, and withdraw money without the need for a bank account, something that many Filipinos lack. With over 3/4 of the population unbanked as of 2017, according to the Central Bank of Philippines, users can withdraw cash from their wallets by visiting one of Coin's offline partners, such as local mom and pop stores, pawn shops, or even other users. The platform also allows users to purchase mobile data and airtime, pay bills, and buy and store cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ether. According to a statement, Coin serves over 5 million customers and processes more than 6 million transactions per month. And the Philippines firm Coins.ph had raised close to $10 million in venture funding from investors including Naspers, Wavemaker Partners, and Corner Capital's Action Frontier Inclusion Fund. Gojek indicated it would enter the Philippines as part of $500 million regional expansion plan it announced last May. It has since launched ride-hailing services in Singapore and Thailand, in addition to ride-hailing and food delivery services in Vietnam. Okay, now I think that's enough. Now basically, this news is significant. First of all, who is Gojek? Yeah? Think of Gojek like the Uber or the Grab equivalent, right? The Uber equivalent in US. Gojek is the company that started ride-hailing services, right, in Indonesia, right, the largest economy in terms of population in Southeast Asia. And why is it so significant? Because, right, they are included in Fortune 50 companies, among companies that changed the world in 2017, alongside companies like Apple, Unilever, and Microsoft. And they're the first company in Southeast Asia to, achieve that kind of ranking. Not only that, who are the shareholders behind Gojek? Is very prominent firms, including Google, Tencent being the Chinese internet giant, right? And Singapore sovereign fund Temasek Holdings. Yeah, so very big names have stakes into Gojek, and they have promised to deliver, and they have been executing really, really well in Indonesia. And in 2018 May, they basically announced a global expansion drive that cost them $500 million. And one of the investments that they are doing is in coins.ph, which is a Philippines company. It's basically a mobile company. It's a financial services company, basically, that allows, right, people who are mostly unbanked in the Philippines, that's the target market, that they basically allow them to be banked. So basically promoting financial inclusion, allowing people to basically use their mobile phone to send money, to do peer-to-peer transfers, to do send remittance, to receive money from abroad, to top up airtime on their phone, to do online shopping. And now the latest innovation that they have added to their app is to allow Filipinos to buy and store cryptocurrencies, right? Including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum. Now, this is also huge because, they've experienced very fast growth. Like 2 years ago, they only had 1 million customers, and now they have 5 million customers. And that just ought to tell you, right, that kind of potential in Southeast Asia, things are really rather quiet because it doesn't make it into a lot of mainstream news in the US and Western world. But a lot of things are seasoning. It is happening now in Southeast Asia and Asia, right? So this is huge, yeah. Next, how $400 million Tencent might soon acquire 2 major Bitcoin exchanges. Now, Tencent, I just want to quickly highlight first, right? Tencent is a huge company. It is, right, one of the FANG stocks of US. So US have their own FANG stocks, right, which are Facebook, right, Apple, Netflix, and Google. So 4 top tech companies that everyone know about, right? And they are really the up and coming giants in the world. China has their own equivalent kind of companies, and they call them BAT. Who are they? Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent, right? So it's definitely equivalent status like the FANG kind of company in US. So they are now also, they're looking into acquiring 2 major Bitcoin exchanges. One of them is in Korea, the largest stock exchange in Korea called Corbit, and Bitstamp. Bitstamp is a very large cryptocurrency exchange in Europe. Yeah. Let me just quickly read it. Tencent might soon be the proud owner of 2 major Bitcoin exchanges as the $400 billion Chinese tech conglomerate is weighing a bid for the South Korean holding company that controls them. Reuters reports that Tencent is actively pursuing co-investors to purchase the South Korea-based NXC Corp, the company behind gaming firm Nexon. Kim Jong-ju reportedly wants to sell 98.64% share in the company that he co-founded in 1994. That stake, which is held by Kim and his wife, is worth an estimated $7 to $8.9 billion. Though best known for its gaming empire, NXC owns multiple cryptocurrency exchanges. In late 2017, the firm acquired a majority stake in Corbit, then South Korea's second largest crypto exchange, in a deal that valued the company at $150 million. Now, they also, last October 2018, NXT's Belgian subsidiary NXMH purchased an 80% stake in Bitstamp, the world's oldest Bitcoin exchange. Bitstamp currently ranks as a top 50 exchange with a monthly volume of more than $1.8 billion. That's huge, right? And that basically tells you one of the very huge Chinese giant internet company that are also making inroads, positioning themselves into cryptocurrency. And don't forget, Tencent also owns Gojek, right? And Gojek now is also expanding into Coins.ph, which also deals with cryptocurrency. Don't you see the trend here, right? A lot of the people, basically, a lot of the major companies are making inroads into this space. So what does this tell you, yeah? Next. Over in Singapore as well, SK Jewelry plans to accept cryptocurrency retail payments. SK Jewelry Group could accept 6 different kinds of cryptocurrency at its stores under a new deal with a point-of-sale system provider announced on Friday evening. They have more than 60 outlets in Singapore with brands including Suki Jewelry, SK Jewelry, and Love & Co. So basically, with this, right, SK Jewelry is a very well-known jewelry brand. They have their own retail stores in Singapore. Their revenue size is about 200 million Sing dollars. That's probably about 150 million US dollars per year. Not super huge, but it is a major company in Singapore. But what is notable is that they are the first major company in Singapore that accept cryptocurrency, as a merchant from their customer. And this is huge because with companies like this blazing the way, then you should expect to see other companies following suit as well. After all, what they're trying to do is that they're trying to target the young millennials group, right? Basically opening up their target client base to a new group of customers, right? So if any travel tourists, because Singapore being a very, it's a very popular tourist destination. So a lot of tourists will come to Singapore when they buy, so if the millennials who basically, who are actually very much into cryptocurrency, now that they see, a jewelry group also offers it, they could use their cryptocurrency to buy, jewelry. And especially, if crypto has another rally, then it will be basically easier, right, for people to spend their cryptocurrency, and then quite easily they can buy into nice jewelry, for example, like a nice diamond ring, right, for their loved ones. So yeah, so they are actually quite good at catching this wave. But the conclusion I see from all the three pieces of news basically is that it is very Asia focused, and specifically Southeast Asia as well, which is again the up and coming, right? So Asia really is the next frontier of growth. That's one. Second, what are you seeing here? That basically Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are gaining legitimacy day by day with a lot of the big names, right, giant in their own field, recognizing the importance and potential of this invention, this new technology, that they want a piece of the action as well. So they're positioning themselves early in this space to actually reap the benefits, right? So my advice, not advice, my personal opinion, because I can't give financial advice, my personal opinion is clearly that, right, be very wary of what you spend your money on, right? I mean, if you are spending your money on a few nice dresses that cost you a few $100s or even thousands of dollars, right? Why don't spend that money and put it into cryptocurrency? Invest in a bit of cryptocurrency, an amount that you're willing to lose for yourself. Or the next time you're thinking of buying a second mobile phone, right? Just a nice to have. Or another Chanel handbag or another Rolex watch, right? Despite having a lot of handbags and a lot of watches that work perfectly fine, why don't you invest that extra money into some cryptocurrencies? It's basically positioning everyone then. My opinion is I want to have everyone, as many people as possible, to have some cryptocurrencies, because it's really the money of the people. But as we all know, a lot of the rich people are already invested in this space, right? For example, Grayscale, their investment funds, they already have more than 1% of the Bitcoin in the world today. And their clients are basically high net worth individuals and, hedge funds and family offices. So that ought to tell you the rich people are already in the markets, yeah. And also there were some rich families, they have already invested as early as 2013 as well, So yes, there are people already like that in the market. And for you, if you're a newbie, please, invest just a bit. Those extra money that you are thinking of buying some consumer durables, or if you want to gamble, or if you're buying some lotto ticket, or some lottery ticket, why don't you put some of that into Bitcoin and some major cryptocurrencies, just so that you at least have some stakes. You could at least gain from this in the future. Of course, again, it's not financial advice, but this is sincerely my opinion and my appeal, right, to you to consider this seriously. And of course, right, that you can also buy just $50 of Bitcoin, and a very small amount. With a very small amount, also you can buy into cryptocurrency to at least have a sense of it, right? Don't just stay passive and read the news, right? The thing is also, right, have a bit of skin in the game, then you will know actually, is it right for you or not? But $50, I'm sure, come on, $50 is like one drink, you can already spend it, right? You can't even buy a nice dress on $50, yeah? So anyway, so that's all I have for today, but I hope these few pieces of news, when put together like that, right, on its own is probably insignificant. For people who don't even know Gojek, who don't even know Tencent, they are huge companies. So you can Wikipedia them, you can do a Google search on them, right? Who are the backers behind them? You can search. But I hope these three pieces of news together gives you a better indication of what is to come, right? When we're still in the early days, right? That is the best thing. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, everyone. Yeah, thank you. For all your people who support me out there, subscribers, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much again.